All right, gang. Thank you for coming back by. We met earlier this year to start off the 2nd Street itself. Now we're circling around to trying to close it up. So as you see here is one of the roundabouts. It's one of 3, Verbeck, Raleigh, Kelker. What you see is also raised crosswalks. They will be identified by more paint, cross paint. What that does is allow the pedestrians to be seen by vehicles as they go up and down the street. The purpose of this is to just slow traffic down. As you know, in the past, this has been a racetrack. In fact, we had just a couple of days ago, a vehicle come down racing and into another vehicle. Homeowners almost into their home. Things like this we have to stop. This is part of the project Vision Zero, which is to reduce fatalities and accidents. And this is what 2nd Street does. This was sponsored by, in terms of design, Wallace Montgomery and Kittleston. We've reduced the traffic lights from 6 traffic lights down to 2, which is really good. Also, the speed limit itself has been reduced as well. We have numerous of ADA ramps, which highlights it for our ADA individuals get on and off the sidewalk very easily. Everything's up to date, up to par with PennDOT's code. What's left here to do is some painting, some sealing of the not only macadam, but also the caulking of the sidewalks, and numerous small punch list items. Those items will be on the off-street side, like this one right here, needs some more painting done to it, but the main street itself will be complete. The total cost of this is somewhere in the area of $5.3 million, which puts in for the multimodal funding, the liquid funding, the impact Harrisburg funding, and also the general fund from the city of Harrisburg itself. One thing we want to highlight is on the streets will be a box as you go down the streets with some cross lines. Those cross line and those boxes will make it easier for people to identify that you cannot be parking there, so pedestrians can make it back and forth across the street without going in or around a vehicle. That's all we have for the 2nd Street project. As it's come to the end, the opening date is going to be October 13th, which is exactly next Thursday, somewhere around noontime. So please understand that, October 13th around noontime, which is next Thursday. Thank you. Any questions?
How does it feel to get to the point where you can finally say we're just about done?
This is exciting. I'm very excited to stay on the board with it. From our Mayor, Wanda Williams, who allows me to stay in contact with as a project manager. I really appreciate it. We take a lot of good and bad with this. To my understanding and talking to some of the workers, the residents themselves are very pleased that this traffic will slow down from three-lane racetrack. Only thing it was missing at times was the black and white flag swinging in the air. Well, you will no longer have to have that black and white flag swinging in the air. It's slow. It's going to be slow, and our police department will not have to be out here chasing and taking information down from people, running to vehicles or houses.
So, one question I have, because we even saw this while we were out here for a few minutes ago, somebody going the wrong way on this roundabout.
Correct.
I've seen on various occasions people coming to stopping when they're not supposed to, going when they're not supposed to. Do you think that for at least a little bit, you're going to need some extra visibility, either from police or somebody, just to be like, hey guys,
Yes, we will need some extra visibility, not only for myself, but the police department coming and helping us, but our CSAs coming on out. The problem is, which we're going to stop, because Harrisburg is coming into the new millennium, and this is one of the aspects of the new millennium is roundabouts. It helps to also reduce the energy being wasted by lights. We can have people come together and get to recognize the roundabout and slow down and move about. It just takes some time and patience for folks to understand the roundabouts here.
Seems like you could jump that pretty easy. Are you concerned that you're going to have drivers? I mean, is there any concern given to the fact that you're going to have drivers potentially jumping that?
No, in fact, that is set low intentionally for even long vehicles. So the rear of the vehicle, as you make the turn, the radius turn, that is set there intentionally so vehicles the rear of it can go over that hump. It's only about an inch and a half off the ground. If people decide to jump it, and come on the other side hitting somebody, that's going to be a nasty accident. But if they do jump it, it's made like that for people to go over it still. That's not the intent of it, though. More questions?
Any other questions?
What was the biggest cause of delays?
The cause of things, delays were never really a delay because actually finished early.
Right. But
The project was supposed to finish in sometime November. I slowed the things down intentionally because of the fact that we had utilities to get underground and do their utility work. I prefer for you to do utility work before we put the new macadam over, the paving over, then you rake up the well-earned tax money from our city and from the federal government given to us as well.
I've already mentioned this, but how long did this entire project take?
It's just a little over a year itself, yes.